Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in for the latest Hurricane Tracker app video update recorded Wednesday, September 4th, 2013 at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Well, as all of you may know, we've been closely following Invest 97L during the last couple of days as it's moved across the Lesser Antilles. And this afternoon it continued to show signs of organization and has now been classified as Tropical Depression 7 and should become Tropical Storm Gabrielle within the next 12 hours. It is moving off towards the northwest, and during the last few frames on the infrared satellite, you can see some really explosive thunderstorms are developing right over the center of circulation, and we think that this will push the storm into tropical storm status before the night is through tonight. Tropical storm warnings are in effect for Puerto Rico and the eastern portions of the Dominican Republic. The system will generally move off towards the northwest. Here's the latest track, actually the initial track from the National Hurricane Center, showing the system generally moving towards the northwest and then bending towards the north-northwest, then eventually to the north this weekend as a 60-mile-per-hour tropical storm, and then quickly being shunted off to the northeast early next week in response to an upper-level trough that is progged to swing off of the United States East Coast and push this system well east of Bermuda. And of course, here in the areas highlighted in blue, you can see our tropical storm warnings for Puerto Rico and then the northeast coast of the Dominican Republic. At this time, we're not expecting this system to become a hurricane. I would like to use the Hurricane Tracker app and look at the latest radar out of Puerto Rico. You can see how the system is really tightening up, and we're getting deep thunderstorms firing right over the center of circulation. Parts of Puerto Rico will see rainfall amounts of 3 to 6 inches with local amounts up to 10 inches, and a flash flood watch is in effect for the entire island of Puerto Rico. The latest tropical models are a little bit spread this afternoon compared to the last few days, but a lot of these models that take the storm west-northwest towards Florida, the BAM models, are not very reliable 90% of the time. So I do expect that in time these models will begin to show the system moving here off of the eastern coast of Hispaniola and then eventually turning north and then northeast out to sea. The top performer when it comes to models in terms of track is usually the European ECMWF model, and you can see the dark red area where it has the center of the system moving right where the National Hurricane Center forecasted to go, and then within a couple of days it shows it moving to the north and then eventually off towards the northeast here as a disorganized system. And then in about 4 or 5 days from now, it is showing it getting a little bit better organized. Could possibly come near Bermuda if the European model is correct with the track, so we'll just have to wait and see. More importantly, in about 6 to 7 days, the computer models are showing a strong system wave coming off the coast of Africa, developing it into a pretty substantial hurricane, and this is also verified by the GFS model. And then we'll just have to see with time if the system goes further west or further north, as this is still really too far in the future to discuss too much in detail. If you would like to track any tropical system in depth in real time, check out our Hurricane Tracker app. If you don't have it, you have quick access to all the discussions and advisories from the Hurricane Center, the latest news feeds, obviously the latest track, all of the maps from the Hurricane Center, computer models, all of the satellite data, radar, and even more. So take a look at the app if you have any interest in following the tropics for the rest of this 2013 season. We'll be back with further updates on Tropical Depression 7, and then like we said, next time we talk to you, this should be Tropical Storm Gabrielle. Thanks so much for using the Hurricane Tracker app. Have a great evening.